Good morning, guys. I wanted to talk about Atlas milling machines for a few minutes this morning, and several people are still looking for milling machines. A lot of us are still looking for all of the Atlas machines, and I'm going to showcase one machine that I find for sale. And I just happened to be checking this before I went back out to the shop, and this is a new listing on our favorite auction site, and I thought it was a perfect example of several things to look at or look for. Now, this machine is listed as used in excellent condition, and we've been down this road about how I feel about these listings of excellent condition. And this is a perfect example. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through each of these pictures, and I'll show you some still pictures of just the pictures. There again, I'm not pointing out the seller. This is for informational purposes, and it's some of the things that we need to be looking for. And this gives a perfect example of some of the things to look for. Now, this is listed as a buy it now for $1,850. And there again, used, excellent condition. It's very limited listing. It's by a relatively new seller or a relatively new eBayer. Got very few feedbacks here. All it says when you read the description is excellent condition, nice vintage Atlas horizontal milling machine. And there's a whole lot of stuff that I show or that I see on this, and I'm going to show them to you. We'll put pictures up here, and I'll release this sometime today for you. So when I look at the very first picture of this is, well, let's go back. Let me go to the last picture, which shows the serial number of this. And this is a model MF, serial number 3048, 003048. So you've seen my model MF, it's serial number 501. So there again, we'll show all of this. This is public information. This is for information on things to look for when you look at these milling machines. And when I look at these, I look for what's wrong as well as what's right. And the things that stand out to me more are what's wrong with them. When I look at the first picture, handle on the right-hand side of the table is not original to the Atlas. I don't believe any of that handle is original. It would be the equivalent of a balanced ball handle. The handle sticking out itself would have originally been a pressed-in handle, whereas this one's looks like it's been adapted to a swivel. I think it's a completely different handle than what belongs on there. I see at least one table stop in the front, which is probably an original table stop. There is no kick out on this machine. And I'm just pointing out the things that I see as I look at it from the different views. The gearbox that would activate the kick out, there is no handle on that. The kick out activates on the roller, but there's a handle to manually activate it. That handle is missing. It doesn't appear to be rusted or anything, but condition is certainly not excellent in my opinion. And when I'm looking at this, I'm looking at it set next to looks to be a South Bend shaper, someone else's shaper, which is, yeah, I believe that's a South Bend shaper, although I'm not 100% certain. This has the chuck, which is the threaded nose chuck, would be, well, that may not be. It's got I believe that's probably a Morris taper chuck, so it would not be the more desirable threaded spindle chuck. The handle to shift it into back gear is not original. It looks like somebody has built a handle for that. So in an excellent condition machine, this is not even close to being original. You know, when we see this, the two locks that lock the overarm support bar in place have been replaced with Allen head cap screws, so the handles are missing from there. It does have the overarm cover, which is a desirable feature on the newer machines. It's limited to running in the original condition. You can't put a front overarm support bar on there with that cover installed, which you just take it off and run it. But so it does have that cover. There's a couple other things that show, but they also show in later pictures, so we'll go and look at them. Second picture, we're running a link belt. I've said before I don't really care for link belts myself. Some guys like them, some guys don't. What would normally be a belt from the counter shaft into the headstock has been converted to a chain. I've never seen one with a chain on there before, so that's been converted. What else has been changed in that drive mechanism internally, internally to the headstock, I don't know, but you've lost all versatility to change your belt speeds from the counter shaft into the headstock. Those originally, I believe mine's got a 2-step pulley on both sides. I think some of the later ones went to a 3-step pulley. So that's been converted. That's not original to it. It's got an Atlas motor on it. Good and bad. You've got an original Atlas motor. The other side to that is that Atlas motor's probably been on there for 40 or 50 years, so it may or may not be a viable option for long-term use. That motor may be shot. The cord is all cracked out on it. It would have to be replaced. I would speculate it doesn't show a plug from what I can see. It's probably only a 2-wire plug on there. That wiring all needs to be redone. Under the link belt, the drive pulleys on there, the one on the motor may or may not be original. It's a small pulley. The upper one is a cast spoke pulley. That's not original to Atlas. There's none of the guardings. It does not have the top guard on the back that covers the counter shaft and the belt on the side, and it does not have the lower guard that covers that. So for the money they're asking, we're way out of price. Looking at the back of the headstock, I see a hole on the side, on the side of the headstock that I do not recognize as a hole that's supposed to be there. It's probably been drilled and tapped. It may have been original for some use, but it's right on the edge of the casting, one of the lines on the casting. I don't remember ever seeing one like that on the Atlas. That would be second picture. The third picture, the handle on the outboard end that changes your feeds does not look to be original. It looks to be a homemade handle that's been added on there and pressed onto the shaft. That whole setup there does not looks kind of wonky to me. The knob's missing off of the door that would open up to access the gears inside, to lubricate them. The motor switch is not original to that. They've added some sort of there's a box of some sort there that looks like it's just got a front-facing light switch type of thing. The back cover on the main casting looks to be about 3 holes drilled and probably tapped in it. Definitely not original to the Atlas. Missing a bolt there on the side, it looks like, of the side cover. That side cover with the gears inside it for the gearbox and everything. There's a couple of big washers with Allen head cap screws holding that on. That's not original. The shift lever has all been changed around. That's not even close to being original. It's probably functional for your forward reverse gear changes, but that's not an original cast part. The drawbar, I see about 3 nuts stacked out there on the end of that drawbar, so there's something really wonky there. That's not normally that would be a one piece that I've shown how I built one of those previously. There's no hex on the end, so you're just turning it with a wrench, it looks like. So the door that would access the front of the headstock, the handle on that, some goofy handle somebody's built rather than the proper push to lock handle. See a whole lot of flaking and not really pitting or rusting on the paint, but it's got some defects there. It does appear to have the gearbox, although as I stated before, the handle on the front side of the gearbox is missing. And it looks to be the original handle on the other end of the table. Looks like there's a little bit of corrosion on top of the table. Nothing that I would really hold against the machine in that respect. Next picture. Okay, this has the earlier style, so it will not readily accept a arbor support on it anyway. These can be retrofitted to accept an arbor support, but it does not have the straight shaft coming out the front of the knee that it attaches to behind the hand wheel, and that would indicate to me that the upper arbor support is the early style and will not accept the overarm support, so that also has to be changed. Yeah, that's an original handle on the left-hand end of the table. The other two handles are in relatively good condition. It looks like the locks, the little chrome knob on the front to lock the table in its X travel is there, and the handle to lock the overarm support cover, the M122 cover, is there and in place. And then the last picture just gives you a picture of the serial number, which is a 0308 or 003048, and it's a model MF. It's been whacked there. That plate's all dinged in, which is, you know, neither here nor there type of thing, I guess. But anyway, those are some of the things to look for on these machines. There again, people are preying on that collector mentality. This is not a collectible machine. This is a usable machine. This machine could be put back into original condition, could have the chain drive taken off of it and it correct pulleys put back on, that type of thing. It's by no means in excellent condition. In my opinion, it's not even close to being worth $1,850. This is probably about a $600 to $800 machine is about all this machine's worth. If you want an original machine and you are, or even a really good usable machine, and you're wanting an Atlas machine for that, I think this one, to have it in its original condition, will be way overpriced for anybody, and it's for what they're asking for it right now. Like I say, I'd be hard pressed to give more than about $600 for this machine. You know, $600 to $800 I would feel would be a reasonable price for it. Beyond that, it's not worth having. So anyway, I'll get some pictures. I'll throw this up there. Informational purposes. Hopefully this gives you some ideas, if you're not real experienced with these, as to what you should be looking for on these machines. And hopefully you can use that information in your search for machines. So anyway, hopefully you find it useful. Comments or suggestions, leave them in the comments section for me below. And as always, thanks for taking the time to watch, guys.